Welcome back to the next episode of The Square Hole. It's no
Genuinely,
longer past life, it's just The Square Hole.
they're not even hiding it. They're just putting the signs of this many people have died, like geniuses.
Oh.
Why do they keep falling for
I
it?
don't
Falling in the most literal way possible.
Secret. Sing, O goddess of the secret society of traitors, murderous, foolish, who fall into the square hole, tumbling down into the house of Hades. Welcome to FanDive. My name is Chaos.
My name is Andy. This is not about Secret Life. Chaos is skipping ahead.
We were supposed to talk about limited life, and then I watched this week's POV of past life, and I'm like, Andy, we don't have another choice.
For context.
This is episode 3.
For the people who don't watch this immediately, this is episode 3 of
Past
life. There we go. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I just went through all of the names.
Yes. So
that's what we're talking about. Specifically episode 3, Chaos, because it needs its own episode.
It does, Andy. Because past life, I'm like, okay, the first episode of this new season, it was just third life rules, but in the past, because it's past life, haha. And then the second episode, I was like, oh, the Boogeyman's back. Boogeyman keeps making a reappearance, but everyone's like, oh, maybe they're pulling from old series, and this is the Last Life reference. I'm like, okay, that would make sense. The Last Life was the direct sequel, like we talked about. So this week, by that logic, would be Double Life. But instead of people being soulbound...
Can you pause? My audio is lagging. I'm checking my internet right now. But you stopped talking for a solid 10 seconds, and then that audio layered on top of what you were currently saying.
I have so much to say, Andy. I have to be talking twice as fast.
Holy! You have become all of the sentences at once.
I have so much to say, Andy.
Okay.
I am the speaker. The secret extra faction of watchers.
You can continue. I'm going to pretend that my audio is fine. My internet is back.
I don't even know what I was talking about. All right, so everyone thought that this week was going to be Double Life. And then people started taking damages and dying, and no one was saying, I have a secret soulmate. Instead, we start hearing the whispers, the creepiness, the sounds that I think the Secret Keeper used to make. I know that at the end of the episode, we definitely heard the Secret Keeper noise, but I don't know at the start of the episode if it was the same sound.
Yeah, no, it was the same. It was the same both times.
This is spoilers for 3 specific POVs, so if you don't already know what I'm about to start talking about, you're gonna get spoiled. The secret was that we have a revamped Boogeyman mechanic, and that is the Secret Society.
I don't know if it counts as a Boogeyman mechanic, because, well, it does in some aspects of, if you don't do it, you're going to lose a couple of lives. First of all, you wouldn't be going down to red life. Second of all, it's different. We've had secret society type things exist in the past. Do you remember the Shadow Alliance?
Yeah, that was Martin failing to bring a cool POV together. It's no, I think, honestly, this was probably closer to Secret Life of, did that get you down to 2 hearts or something?
Yeah, and they couldn't do the next time you'll do a hard task, or next time you'll take away so many hearts. They couldn't do that, and so instead it was, if this is the case where we are in agreement that this is more agreement,
Agreement Alliance is now called agreement.
This was more Secret Life, then theoretically the idea that each episode is based off of previous seasons' mechanics, that's not gone.
Yeah, it's just out of order.
It's just out of order. And I'm not confident anymore that is the case. But it's not...
It's also not the case.
Exactly. Where I think we will continue to get these different strange mechanics that are somewhat based on previous seasons. I just think it'll be a bit more loosey-goosey, loosey-ducky. And
we gotta talk about Duck Life, Andy.
I was the one who messaged you.
Yeah.
Did you put that together before I did?
I was thinking, and I was like, is this... Okay, for people who don't know, before the live series, back when we knew the live series was coming up, but before we knew the live series was actively happening, there was a quote-unquote leak where I think it was Martin accidentally shared the pictures of his Discord, server icons. And in there was a server labeled Duck Life. And everyone started immediately joking, Duck Life, the next season of the Life series.
Yeah, clearly.
And it happens. Welcome to Duck Life.
Troll. Okay, we're really bad at explaining things.
So the secret society, right?
But Chaos, you were gonna do a disclaimer of people's things. Now explain what the spoiler is!
Oh, right. So 3 people were chosen to be part of a secret society and given a task where they have to kill at least 2 people in a non-PvP way, and they cannot be caught. And what's interesting, what I think is really interesting that we're probably going to get explained next week, is the fact that at the end of it, after they do their secret society kill, and it was an octo kill, they killed 8 people.
8 of them! 8 at one!
But they all...
with it!
But they came back together and got their, yes, we did it, check it off the box. They got a message saying, keep this a secret. You were still sworn to secrecy, meaning they still can't tell people what happened. So I assume the viewers are gonna tell them.
I assume their friends are gonna know.
Yeah, like next week they're all gonna like, what, you killed 8 people. It's like, but in our defense, it was funny.
Because even if they don't spoil it, a different one of my friends went, oh my gosh, they're gonna find out from the fan art and animations alone.
I'm so excited for those really dramatic like animatics at the end of the season where literally it's like really cool, amazing, beautiful, and then it's just like 8 people fall off a sand tower. I'm so excited, Andy.
Somebody said it in chat. I think it was like Joe or Scott or something. This is a moment in history, and I can't do it because I'm not going to shout into my mic. But what? This is a moment in history. Audio just playing through my head as 8 people come falling from the sky, landing on the ground. They had to get, what was it? 2 kills?
They only had to get 2. Literally just 2. And it was like, when they were in the end and Grian blew up the bed, yes, it was a mistake, and yes, he died from it, but, like, that could have been it. Like, if it had been anyone else other than him. The square hole, I don't think, would have counted, because, like, that wasn't... Yes, it was a Grian and Gem effort, but they set it up beforehand, and Etho wasn't involved, and it had to be a group effort. That was part of the challenge.
Okay, but part of the thing is that they finished setting up the square hole after the...
If Etho had just helped setting it up again.
The square hole is something else and I love it. It's not what we're talking about, but I do really like the square hole.
Welcome back to the next episode of The Square Hole. It's no longer Past Life, it's just The Square Hole.
They're not even hiding it. They're just putting the signs of this many people have died like geniuses.
Oh.
Why do they keep falling for it? Falling in the most literal way possible.
It's just the fact that, like, Martin was jumping on top of it, and then Skiz was, like, kept pushing it and kept trying to test it. I'm like, you know what's gonna happen.
Martin is yellow. It's episode
Martin's
3,
yellow. He started with 6 lives, and he's down to 2.
Okay, hear me out. We bring back a last life mechanic again, just so that people can transfer lives over to him. Please, you can't get out this early. I know somebody's gonna make Watcher law about the Watchers are out to get you specific.
Dude,
that's not supposed to be you. That's supposed to be Scott. Shh.
At the end of Grian's POV, he literally was like, he was trying to build an enchanter, or craft an enchanter. He's like, I need obsidian. I'm just gonna go steal from the Watcher logo. First of all, he specifically called it the Watcher logo. Second of all, remember back during Evo SMP when he stole from the Watcher statue because he needed clay?
Okay, so in Evo, the symbol on the ground was bedrock, not obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's that, but it's always been the Watcher symbol to Grian. For Grian, it's considered the Watcher symbol. To many of the fandom, it's considered the Evo symbol. Mine will call it either or, depending, and if it's inverse, then it's the Secret Keeper symbol. Yes, he's aware, he speaks about it, he just hasn't previously, and then just now is. I think he's just gotten to the acceptance phase of the grief.
Grian called this out the first week. It has been longer, like, between the start of Evo and now, it has been longer than the start of Minecraft and Evo. Like, everyone's like, you're bringing back this old idea, and like, it's been a long time since Evo.
Yeah, so I firmly believe that this is just Green reaching his acceptance phase on the grief that his people won't let it go. That's what
I
I
do
believe this
know
is.
that, like, Martin said Grian has no interest in bringing back his old Link skin, and I do feel like that's a missed opportunity, but, like, I understand it.
It's not! The Green skin is part of his branding!
Yeah, but hear me out, Link. What, he could just add, like, a red cap to his skin. Like, what if he just adds, and he's, like,
Then he has to
the
make a
four
new skin.
swords? It would be so easy. It's just a red
No,
blob. Just cover up the
no.
waffle.
Just like, no, absolutely not. Leave that waffle alone, Chaos. He needs it.
He
I also
does.
appreciate that this, you know what? New theory. This season is just about acceptance. Because not only has he finally accepted that we're not letting go of Evo, he also finally accepted the fact that he looks like a codfish.
He has.
So I think this season is not about reliving the past. I think it's about. I'm going to be a dramatic fanfic writer for a second. Somebody write this. It's actually a dramatic thing of them reliving through their past memories and finally coming to terms with their trauma. Because that's totally what's actually happening, right?
100%. We are all just like it started off with like Etho's memory, and now we're getting into Grian's memories.
Yeah, Etho is finally accepting that he might just be washed up.
He's so good at early versions of Minecraft, and now we're out of beta and into release. I feel like we're just gonna see, no, goodbye, Etho. Your skills are in the past again.
Okay, you say that, but he got an
octo kill.
And he was a part of that. It was Grian, Etho, and Gem, by the way.
And like everyone immediately was like, Grian did it when Scar wasn't even there. Scar was like, I like did not like if I was in that situation, I would 100% be blaming Scar.
Thing is at one another that some people automatically went, oh, is it Etho? No, I didn't know. I have these people.
Couldn't be Etho. He's Etho.
Oh, was it Grian? He wasn't here, but there's a tunnel leading to the...
Yeah, the tunnel leading directly to the villain's house.
Oh.
And like Gem was like, no, we're just easy to frame. And like everyone believes Gem.
Yeah, nobody pointed the finger at Gem, but someone specific, the boy who cried wolf. It was like the villains have been like doing naughty things so much that this time they're not. But I know some people did end up pointing at Scar. They were pointing at Martin for a while because Martin stayed on the ground and was in Yellow Life.
Martin stayed on the ground, was Yellow Life, and then him and Cleo just immediately dipped once people started pointing fingers.
I think they got away with it during the episode, not because they were the best at it, but because so many people died that nobody quite knew what happened, and therefore it became as they said, the Among Us situation of everyone's pointing fingers, who sounds like a liar.
Now, if they bring this back, like, is that secret mechanic even gonna still work? Like, people will know.
I don't know. I think the way that it was phrased in the little messages that popped up for the three of them, it kind of implies that the Secret Society will be back. But my question is, if the Secret Society comes back, will it be the three of them again and everyone is aware? Or will it be three others and the Secret Society who is previous Secret Society going, I know it's out there, but I don't know who it is?
Oh, if they're still sworn to secrecy, but three other people are chosen, and they can't say anything?
So, I kind of doubt it, that it'll happen again. But it was a little bit implied that the Secret Society still is gonna be a thing. So, I don't know, but you can come up with some fun theories, ideas of what could be done with this.
I mean, I could also bring up, like, little lore things, because the ending of the reward statement or whatever, like the congratulations, you did it, is the society is pleased, implying that it is not the three who were chosen, but the three who were chosen by an existing society. Meaning, like, we could tie Watcher lore back into this, because, like, we know we're missing at least 4 other members of the council, so that is potentially 2 groups, and one of them could be the society.
Okay, I'm gonna be really strange. rolling back the conversation, you know that thing I said about how fanfic writers are gonna do some
The fanfic writers are gonna go
reliving lore?
insane!
No. Do you know that fanfiction trope? This used to be more of a thing than it is now. But that thing where you have to go into the character's head
Oh,
and
yeah.
relive the memory.
Oh, yeah.
You know that trope, right?
I know that trope. I hate that trope, but I'm suddenly so excited for this trope.
Imagine this series is actually just a crappily written version of that. But they just took all of the live series members and they're going inside of somebody's head. Now, whose head is it? Is it Etho?
Episode 1 was Etho. But episode 2, let's see, that's the boogeyman. It could be Mumbo. It was meant to be Tango's, but then it was Mumbo's.
Mumbo's on the outside. He didn't get sucked in, but he was poking around with the signs and then got sucked in for one episode.
Yeah.
So this isn't relevant to the actual episode.
This is not at all relevant, but I'm so excited that we're talking about the. I'm like
on the internet.
And you didn't want to talk about Past Life. You said I have to go watch Tango's POV first. I'm like, he just peed in a hot tub. That's not relevant.
I said I wanted to watch Scott's episode before it. For the record, I've only seen Green's episode before Chaos switched the topic of today.
I've seen so many, Andy. I woke up so early. I'm still like on Dublin time. I'm waking up stupid early in the morning, and so I'm like, well, I got nothing better to do.
I'm sorry, I have a semi-okay sleep schedule, and then I woke up and only could watch 1 hour long
It's
episode.
4 a.m. I'm watching on 2 speed.
I'm in a different time zone than you. I have less time than you.
Oh my god, dude. I suddenly have so much respect for like the European fans who have to wait until like 2 p.m. for people to upload. I'm like, I was spoiled being able to wake up and watch it before I get out of bed.
Shout out Australians.
For Australia, you have to wait till Saturday.
Shout out Australians. Last season, I used to wake up really early just to watch Pearl's episode, because Pearl would release it at like early for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
It's great. It's great. Let's see.
Yeah, they're doing it for other time zone. Believe it or not, Pacific is not the.
I'm so glad I don't live in Hawaii. Oh, those time zones, man.
Time zones are weird.
I just saw a picture of my dog. Oh my god, he's so cute. He's sitting directly at my feet. But like,
this is really relevant to the episode.
This is so relevant. My dog is not my dog's adorable. We bought him a sweater while we were in Dublin, and he looks so cute. And Pearl has wolves again.
My dog is adorable. We have commands for. We do service dog training with my dog. And she's really smart, but she only does it when she feels like it. But part of that is she knows how to get up and down and climb things really well. And recently, she has learned how to stand up on the wheelchair and sit down politely in the wheelchair.
Oh.
When it's not in use. And so there are a couple recent photos of her just fully curled up in a ball sitting on the wheelchair.
That is so cute.
Yeah, so the Secret Society clearly set this up.
The Secret Society, yeah, okay, so we have the Watchers, the Listeners, the Secret Society, and Chaos Talking Too Fast. Those are the 4 factions of the Council.
There's so much more than that. And there's overlap between the groups. Because we're like listeners, like an old faction of Watchers, or is that fandom lore? I'm not sure anymore.
We only kind of covered this in our episode about like Watcher lore, and that was because we recorded it and then Martin uploaded or did a stream talking more about it, where he revealed the councils. So we know it's 2 Watchers and 2 Listeners, and they used to be 1 faction, and then they broke apart. It is potential that the whole council was once 1 faction, because the way he described the table was like it was originally 1 big table, and it has since broken apart to be the factions. So like,
I don't care.
No,
is a listener.
A listener is a watcher who went, wow, you guys are being like really toxic, and just stepped away.
Is that canon or is that a fandom canon?
That's more or less canon. Martin's like, the listeners did not like how the Watchers were handling the players, specifically in Evo and the live series, how they were like actively harming them in order to feed. So the listeners left. And supposedly this happened before Grian joined, because Grian does not know about the listeners. And so even though he probably like morally aligns more with the listeners, he's not a part of their faction because he doesn't know they exist, Andy.
Okay. That said, I don't care about that for my things that I write and read about Watchers.
Oh yeah, no, that's what Martin said in a one-off live stream.
Zaloy XP and Liara, a group of Watcher listeners.
Pixel Rift 100% is a Watcher, and I think everyone agrees with that.
Liara is a listener.
Yeah.
And I've read at least 3 separate stories where Grian was traumatized by the Watchers, and then Pixel Rifts came in and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm chill.
Don't worry,
Grian's like, oh,
you can hang with me."
Oh, they're chill.
Oh man, or episode 2 of Grian's POV ends with like 3 random dots and like a checkmark formation. Everyone's like, it must be the Watchers, but like we only know of 3 Watchers, and one of them is Grian. So. We know of Watcher 1 and 2 and Grian, and then we know listeners 1 and implied 2, and then we have 4 other people who we don't know about.
I love lore, I really do. I love seeing what the fandom does with it. I see what Martin does with it, what Grian does with it. I really enjoy seeing lore storytelling, facts and world building, but also as a person who has been doing this since Evo was coming out, because yes, I have been watching them since Evo was coming out. I don't care. Shut up. I love it, but also shut up.
God, and there's also Scar. Now, Scar is doing his own version of the lore, where he's still trapped in Secret Life, and he'll frequently talk about the shadow people and the whispers and the voices. And so, like, at the end of, like, this episode, where the whispers came back, he's like, did someone complete a task? I know those whispers. I hear those whispers all the time. And I'm like, Scar, you're still there. You're still planting sunflowers.
I have seen what they've done with Scar. Shout out the fanfiction Ad Astra.
I love Ad Astra.
All I have to say about episode 3 of Past Life, I think that's all I got for you, Chaos. You can continue if you want, but that's all the commentary I
would love to keep
you.
talking, but we did say this would be a shorter episode, and it's currently 24 minutes into our 30-minute episode, so Q&A?
Yeah, sure, let's do a Q&A. I'm gonna smack my water bottle. Drink water.
Drink water, that's our transition time. Drink water! Question number 1 from a person. How do you explain to people who aren't in the MCYT community / don't know what it is? Because I think it's a little embarrassing to say, I watch people play Minecraft on YouTube and I draw characters of them. Like, that's not crazy.
Okay, it's not, but I understand the stigma around it. Honestly, it's a web series.
It's a web series. Just call it a web series.
Yeah, it's this web series, kind of Hunger Games-esque storyline. What is it? There's a particular old show. Is it like Nickelodeon humor that they talk about?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so there's a particular type of humor from older early 2000 shows where it was typical for. It was made for kids, but there was a lot of adult jokes that were made for the adults, but still being PG. So when it's talking about live series, I just refer to it as a web series if I'm being discreet. If I'm not, then I just tell them the truth. Extensively, I will info dump about it. Ask my coworkers. However,
yeah, originally I was like super subtle about my coworkers, and then like eventually it's like, no, I have Minecraft things this weekend. I'm sorry.
As for Hermitcraft, I just say, yeah, these people like to make stuff online. They have a lot of creativity type things, and make Nickelodeon-style episodes of where they're family-friendly and they just, but also make adult-type jokes. And they're just fun things to watch in the background. So if I'm trying to be discreet, I'm really casual about it. If I trust that they're not going to make fun of me or that I can talk about it at work, then it's more just, yeah, it's a Minecraft thing.
I mean, it's really easy to say it's a web series. It can also be like it's a show inspired by D&D where it's like improv and stuff. Or you can just say
I would say that for Empires and Misadventures and stuff. I will say it's a D&D-esque thing, but in a game.
A lot of people are like, well, Minecraft is for kids. And if that's the issue, just don't say the word Minecraft. Describe it like in other ways. It's like, it's an improv game. Like, you can use the word game. But if it's more of the matter of like, you're watching like a YouTube series, that's the issue, you can like get really inventive with it. But people take shame too seriously nowadays. Like, learn to be humiliated, thrive in that space. Like, shame should not be something you should run from.
In full honesty, I have done both. I have done it where I'm just like, oh yeah, no, it's a D&D thing in a sandbox world to avoid saying Minecraft. But I only really do that with people who have authority over me at work and stuff. If I'm just hanging out in the typical environment or even with coworkers, I'm not ashamed of it, because to be cringe is to be free.
To be cringe is to be free. Honestly, my biggest issue is the fact that I want to wear Life Series merch to work, but I'm terrified one of my students is going to recognize it, and I'm like, I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
Yeah, so, I'm not saying names, for obvious reasons. I have a cousin who is, let's say 9. That's not the actual age, but that gives you an estimate of young child, who recently was on call with me, and we were hanging out, and I was like, yeah, hi, what's you been up to? And I mentioned flowers, and I said something about poppies, and this child turned to me and went, oh, I love the desert duo. What? What? Anyway, I've been kind of freaking out about that. So yeah, I don't always say exactly what I'm talking about. I will sometimes dodge around and use vague phrasing.
My parents are divorced, so like the side of the family I don't actively live with, they have like younger kids as well. And so I'm like, they're in their Minecraft phase right now. They're like young enough that's like that's what they want to stop and talk about. And I'm like, hey, maybe you should watch this YouTuber called LD Shadow Lady. Like, she's fun and kid friendly without being obnoxious like a lot of the YouTubers they're watching right now. And so I'm just the one who brings the recommendations that the parents will like, you know.
I genuinely did that with both Shovel and Gemini Tay. When those kids started getting into Minecraft, I was like, hey, you wanna watch me?
Do you want a content creator that won't drive your family insane so they'll let you watch it? I have some names.
I do. You ever need something, I'm your dealer for Minecraft. This is on the same topic. Same children really like Gideon's music.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about this, because I'm like, yeah, support Gideon! Why are you sending me sneaky snails? Yes, support Gideon! Why are you doing this?
Our realities are crossing. We can't let this happen, Andy.
Such different age demographics!
Anyway.
This has been Andy having a crisis for an entire episode. Next question.
Oh, yeah, the next question, I've been staring at it and I'm like, did I delete the context for this question? That Bible asks, have you watched anyone play the new game, or do you plan on playing it yourself? I think this is is this referring to Deltarune?
Oh, I think this was FNAF.
Was it FNAF?
I'm pretty sure.
I didn't write down where I got this question from, so I don't even know what episode we like. What's the context?
Because we had the Q&A that we talked about the.
But we also recently talked about Undertale. Was that recent? What day is it?
I think it was FNAF. Also,
it might have been FNAF.
I have seen Dan play it.
I have like literally no connection with the new FNAF stuff other than like one of my friends who's obsessed with FNAF, and I'm like, I didn't even know there was a new game. I'm gonna be so real. Except is it the daycare one? That's all I know.
No. Hold on.
Oh my god, but Deltarune though. Delta, it has taken over my Tumblr, and I haven't even played any of Deltarune. I think I saw one playthrough of like the first 2 chapters.
Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic.
I had no clue that existed. Yeah, no, the answer is no and no.
I've seen some of the new Deltarune stuff.
No.
I've seen clips, I've not seen a whole playthrough.
I'm slowly piecing together what happened in the 2 new chapters, purely based off of out-of-context Tumblr posts, and I think that's the ideal way to interact with Deltarune.
That's a good way.
That's
how I learned about Arcane.
Arcane.
What's the Demon Hunters, whatever?
Dude, I promised that I was going to like watch the K-pop Demon Hunters when I was on my trip, and then every single step of the way, Netflix was trying to actively like destroy me. Like I couldn't. Suddenly, my plan wasn't allowed in this foreign country. Suddenly, I couldn't use a VPN, even though Netflix is not supposed to be able to detect when you use a VPN. Suddenly, the movie like got randomly deleted off of my downloads, even though I should have had a whole nother day as it saved under downloads. And I'm like, I just want to watch this freaking movie.
Yeah, no.
No,
also,
not allowed.
What's the stupid one that everybody loves with Castiel?
Supernatural?
Yeah, I also learned about Supernatural, a bunch of stuff about that through purely Tumblr posts out of context.
Yeah. Tumblr, honestly, ideal place.
Yeah, so ask me about a show, probably not about it. Have I seen it? Probably not.
Nope, only Tumblr.
Not only Minecraft. But there's overlap. Because Jem has been joking that her voice actor has been jinxed from recently.
Such a shame that Jem's voice actor got fired after episode 2. 07 jinx.
I think the
07.
same voice actor is trying to play Grian now.
I almost got that voice actor as well. I swear, I got so sick on my trip, I did not have a voice for like a whole day.
This has no relation to anything we've talked about. Shubble made an Epic the Musical reference.
Where? I haven't been watching Shovel stuff recently.
In one of the recent Misadventures episodes.
Oh, I need to go. I'm so behind on Misadventures. We don't even need to talk about it. But like, Misadventures.
And then they referenced the K-pop Demon Hunter, and there was a comment of, "How do you know these?" Like, I know them.
Well, the first time Jem referenced Baldur's Gate with like, I'm God's favorite princess, and everyone's like, did not get the reference. I'm like, I've never played Baldur's Gate, and even I know that's a reference.
Yeah, but it's never stopped. It's now just it's kept going.
It's just continued, yeah. All right, we gotta do question number 3 before we're completely off the rails.
Was that not question number 3?
That was question number 2.
Oh crap.
Yeah, question number 3 from is that Barrett or Beret? I think that's Barrett. Barrett with a traffic light symbol. If you could put any Lifer / Empire's member in one of those compression machines that crushes stuff, who would you pick?
So I don't know what that means.
Oh, have you not seen them? Okay, so there.
No, Chaos. I know what a compression machine is. That's pretty self-explanatory. What?
Yeah, but people have been taking PNGs of like Minecrafter skins and putting it over like the cans in those compression machines, and just having the Minecrafter skin be squished where the can would be squished, and it's like so funny to watch.
Does something come out at the end?
No, usually not.
Okay, so good question. What?
It's Mumbo Jumbo. It would be Mumbo Jumbo, and he explodes into redstone dust.
What? Okay, so they do explode into stuff.
They can, not always. Depends on who makes it.
Who, in the beginning of Wildlife, everyone got really tiny. Who is the best at being really tiny?
That's Grian's team. Grian, Mumbo, and Skiz. Oh, dude, if Grian gets compressed and he just explodes into chicken feathers.
Sure. You know what? I am going to say I'm okay with the fact I don't know this. That means I've not been spending endless time online. Go touch grass? What is this question?
I was just in Europe. Leave me alone.
Good question, though. Mumbo is the answer.
Andy, I got sunburned in Ireland. I don't know if you know this. That shouldn't be possible.
That is possible. Having clouds overhead does not make it so you don't get sunburn. It can, in fact, make it worse.
I was wearing sunscreen.
Cloud coverage does nothing.
I was wearing sunscreen, Andy.
So sunscreen does not last forever. If you're not reapplying it regularly, then it is not effective permanently. As somebody who spends a lot of time outside, sunscreen chaos is not a cure-all.
And like everyone's like, you have to wear sunscreen. I'm like, I hate the feeling of sunscreen. It has the worst texture. Anyway, so the answer is mumbo jumbo and wear sunscreen, but if you have sensory issues, buy that expensive stuff that no one can afford.
Yeah, I have to get expensive stuff.
I'm so tired.
It sucks. You just get, you know what? New option, just get a little parasol.
Yeah, everyone just needs to start bringing back parasols. That's the true answer to that.
I've done it.
The question no one asked.
I've done it. To the question nobody asked, we should get parasols again. We're succeeding in kind of bringing back corsets.
Oh, yeah.
That is kind of succeeding. I say we are still working on cape.
Dude, but like...
add to the list parasol.
People need to... there's a way you're supposed to wear capes that, like, make it comfortable, and no one is doing it. I'm like, you're failing to bring this back as a fashion statement because you're wearing it incorrectly. It's not supposed to choke your neck.
It's really not.
It's really not. Anyways.
If we're doing parasols, can we bring back wearing hats commonly? I don't know why we got rid of that one. Actually, I do. Lice. But...
I have some cute hats I never wear, but yeah. Yeah.
I want hat pins back. I know they're illegal in so many places, but I want the really long hat pins.
SMH, Andy.
Just listen to me sigh that barely gets picked up by the mic.
Okay, so theoretically next week we're talking about limited life, right?
Yeah, we're getting back to the topic.
Assuming nothing more insane happens, we will not be talking about the square hole again until after we finish our life series.
We're doing a mini-series. The willies.
Okay.
Silly Billy.
Back into the square hole with you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of FanDive. We'll be back again next Monday diving into yet another fandom. Have a topic or question for the podcast? Head over to our website, fandive.tumblr.com. There you can also find any episode relevant images and general shenanigans that we get up to. It is Tumblr, after all. We're not afraid of being fans of things.